Kansas, Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined now with the one and only Joseph Parker. Joseph, it's great to see you on my screen right now. You've become something of like a social media slash TikTok slash, I don't even know, like creating the best videos. Like, how did that come? First and foremost, how are you and how did that come about?
Oh yeah. Firstly, good to see you. I'm good. You know, I haven't since the lockdown here in New Zealand. I haven't left the house, so I'm really fortunate and blessed to have a good friend who helps with the groceries, and also my sister and her husband. And the family's good. You know, this is the first time I actually got to spend quality time with my family without leaving the house. But then, you know, in the beginning of the lockdown, when people started worrying and getting, I mean, when the lockdown started, a lot of people took it well, and a lot of people didn't take it well. You know, a lot of people want to be out there and catch up with their friends and have coffee and restaurants. So we thought to ourselves, myself and my good friend who drops off the groceries, his name is Kerry Russell, and I call him the Magic Man because he comes up with the ideas, he does all the filming, and then he does all the editing, and all he does is make me look good. So the idea behind it was to lift spirits, spread some positivity, and it was fun for us. Like, this is how I usually am, and I don't really show up before a fight, because imagine leading to a fight the week of the fight and you start doing all the silly stuff. People won't take you seriously and think that you're mucking around. But this is a chance just to be myself and have fun, and it's good to see the reaction. Everyone's loving it. So
I'm really enjoying it because we often don't get to see that side of a fighter, right?
Yeah.
We see like you guys right up before a fight, you're in a different zone, different mentality. So it's actually been quite enjoyable to see your playful side, see your sarcasm, just overall like good personality. What other ones do you have in the works? What do you what should we expect?
At the moment, nothing. The thing is, when he comes to the groceries, and he texts me or calls me, hey, I got an idea. Do you want to do this? I said, listen, you tell me what to do and I'll do it. And so I think it's a good way of showing how we can have fun here at home. But also, I know there's a lot of other fighters out there who also have tried, you know, do some dancing ones and some singing ones, and they're actually coming out of their shower too and showing their personality and showing how they can have fun. Because it's a different, you know, we can't really do this, I said, leading into a fight, but this is a chance to just to be yourself.
Yeah, imagine doing one with like your next opponent. You should make it like a thing.
I should. I mean, listen, if you and I start something, I mean, who's my next opponent? I'm not sure yet, but listen, we could do some dance battle and then have a fight battle. I don't know. You know?
How long does it generally take to do one of those videos? Because it looks like a lot of time goes into editing.
The editing part, I'm not. He's very fast. Like,
yeah,
the last one we did, the Time Warp, we filmed it and then he edited it straight away, like on the spot. You know, and then it took him like 10, 15 minutes. So he's
God.
He's like, that's why I call him the Magic Man, because firstly the ideas, then the filming and capturing the different angles that you need, and then editing it all together.
Yeah.
But I couldn't have done it without everyone else, like the Gypsy King. You know, there's Eddie. You know, and then there's also some New Zealanders in there. Michael Buffer. He's my favorite. You know, every time I text him, he's always keen to have fun and enjoy himself and, you know, spread positive vibes. So he's the best.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. I think it was the first one I saw was Grease. Was that the first one you did?
The first one I did was the Love Actually. You know, just the dancing, like
I've seen that one yet. The first one I saw was Grease, and I've seen everyone after that.
Okay, there's, I think, Love Actually. Then there's one, Buttercup, Build Me Up Buttercup, where Fury's in it as well. Michael Buffer, and then I did one with my neighbor. You know, showing that we can still be, you know, help each other out from a distance.
Yeah.
And then all the other ones that you've seen.
Well, obviously, we're in some pretty challenging times at the moment. How are you sort of keeping yourself not just physically busy? Obviously, we know you're working on the videos, but also mentally busy to sort of keep from breaking down, because it's so easy to I feel like that's the easy route right now, is to kind of break down mentally, because there's just really no saying in when this is going to change.
I think, like you said, no one can help. Like, no one can put a time when this is going to finish. So the way that I keep mentally and physically in shape, obviously I train every day. But that, with the training every day, that helps keep me mentally sane as well.
Mhm.
So I'm good. I got 3 kids, 3 beautiful daughters. I got my missus, but she gives me time like 3 hours a day just to do whatever I need to do in the gym,
Mhm.
running on the bike,
So
weights,
you have
whatever it
a
is.
gym.
I have a good setup here that I think
Oh, good.
works very
Yeah,
well. Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, a lot of people don't like even have any ability to work out. So that's why I was wondering, like, if you had some other avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the years, I've got a treadmill and a bike and kettlebells and slam balls and weights and chin up bar. So I think I have no excuse. And I got a big mirror to do shadow boxing.
Yeah.
I don't have I don't have the punching bag or someone to hold pads, but I have a big mirror just to
Yeah.
is
Right
the
now,
form good? Is it not good?
right now with parents having their children home 24/7, it seems like they're kind of driving them up the walls. How are you handling having your girls at home all day? You and the
I,
missus,
I'm
like,
I'm
how are you doing it?
No, we're good. I'm lucky. My kids haven't. They're not at school, so I'm very young, like 3 years old, 1 year old, and 11 months.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
oh my God, so you got three little ones.
3 little ones, yeah, three.
Oh, okay.
So the 3 year old and the 1 year old running around pretty crazy, and then the 11 month is she just have to hold her here, put her
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Well, then I take that
The
back.
funny thing about that last clip, the time warp, was we put them to bed early. I think for us, 8 o'clock or 8:30 was quite early for us. And then we came out to do the filming at nighttime, but then they all slowly woke up one by one. And then we had to bring them to the sitting room, and they were watching us in the backyard doing. They must have
Oh,
been thinking,
funny.
look at our parents."
I know. I wonder what they were thinking. They're like, why are they dancing like
uh,
that?
Nighttime dancing.
That's also fun, though. That's got to be fun for them to see you guys, doing that together. Um,
Yeah,
if we can go right into boxing, I know there's been some talks about Junior Fa pricing himself out. You
yeah,
also got someone else, Frank Sanchez, the Cuban, who
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
interested in fighting you as well. Tell me a bit about what the process has been like with Junior Fa. And I know that I was reading that he was asking for significantly more than what you would have been paid for to take the fight. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, the negotiations were in. They were negotiating, or they were talking about having a fight. First, my contract with Matchroom as promoters, and then David Higgins part of my management team, and then there's Kevin. So I think everyone has to agree that it was a good fight. Firstly, and I think where I stand is I just tell the team, hey, give me the fights that's going to get me closer to fighting for a world title. So all I'm doing and is training hard and keeping in shape. But I sort of rely on the team to do their job to get me the best fight or the right fight at the right time. That fight they were talking about numbers and talking about how it's going to happen. They were asking for a lot of money. I
Mm-hmm.
think, a lot more than what I was willing to fight for. So, and then the Sanchez, I see he's been calling me out. So if he wants it, if it's the right fight and our team won it, I'll take him.
I mean, he was basically saying it was no disrespect, but like he feels like he would win every single round against you. Would you like to
That's what I
respond
mean.
to that?
Everyone, no, listen, if that's his opinion, that's good. That's it shows his confidence, and
Yeah.
he's been doing quite good. He's been doing pretty well. I've seen some of his fights, and he's a good fighter.
Uh-huh.
Um, so if he really thinks he can win every round, then let's do it. If that's the right fight, and if that's the fight that the team wants, then let's do it.
I found it interesting. Dillian Whyte recently was mentioning you. Did you read about what he said about you?
Yeah, he bullied me and smashed me around, and
Yeah, can I
he was
read to you? Can I read to you? Because I want to know what your thoughts are on this. I want to know what you think of his quotes.
yeah,
Obviously, you
yeah,
guys have fought. You guys put on a good fight against each other. He said, reading strictly from what Sky Sports quoted him saying, he said that Parker would be beaten up again, and that he's wanting you to fight somebody credible instead of prancing around his kitchen. He said instead of prancing around his kitchen, he should go and fight someone credible like Derek Chisora or Oscar Rivas. I tried to fight Joseph Parker before we even fought when he was a champion, and he didn't want to fight me, but he knows that fighting me now, he'll get a big payday. I fight Joseph Parker again, I will knock him out. I went into the fight with a broken hand and a broken rib, and I still destroyed him. Joseph Parker has had a lot of good opportunities, and he's wasted them. Simple as that. He had an opportunity to beat Anthony Joshua. He fought like a coward in the fight. He had an opportunity to beat me. He done all right, but he talks a lot of crap, and I'm sick of these heavyweights. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I didn't realize there was still like, it feels like there's some sort of animosity there on his end towards you, and I'm like, I didn't realize that there was any.
I don't think so. I mean, the thing he's getting angry about is that me calling him out, and I'm calling out because I want to fight him. And isn't that a sign of respect that you want to fight someone? You know, he's beaten me. Obviously, he's better on that day. I believe I can beat him, and that's respect calling him out, because I know that if we got into, if we had the rematch, it'll be a great fight. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people want to watch it again because the first fight was very entertaining. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure if he's angry or if he's trying to be funny, or but you just gotta, Dillian is always going to be Dillian.
Mm-hmm. It's such a respectful response.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I'm not really good at trash talking anyways, and if I tried, it wouldn't sound good. So it wasn't. I don't know. I want to beat him up. Well, I don't. What do I say?
Yeah. I mean, so are you looking? Is that like the fight you would want to make the most next? What is the fight you want, like, really badly next? And realistically,
I wanted the Chisora fight. I had that fight lined up, and I got sick, and I wanted to postpone it, but he went on and fought someone else. And then I've been trying to fight him, and then obviously he made the fight with Usyk, and they were going to fight. So I've been calling out Dillian ever since. And I want to fight someone in the top 5 or 10 in the world. Right. But it's quite hard to get a deal done with either they see me as a threat, or they want too much money, or they want to chase being a world champion. So a lot of things are stopping myself from being involved with big fights.
Mm-hmm. If you got the rematch with AJ, how do you feel, or what difference do you feel that you would make this time around?
I'll be more confident in myself, and I'll be more, I'll know what to do better in the ring. Mm-hmm. And back then when I was fighting him, Dillian Whyte, I had no excuses, right? I said that they won on the night, but I went into camp overweight. I went into camp, the Joshua camp, 123 kgs, and I had to cut down to 107. So I'm spending the whole camp losing weight and getting in shape instead of actually focusing on skills, techniques, combinations. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what I've been able to change since last year. Maturity, keeping in shape while at home, and staying ready and staying prepared.
Would you say a part of it too, maybe there was something, or maybe part of it could have been that it was a bit intimidating because, not a lot of people are used to fighting in front of 60, 70, 80,000 people. And basically that's exactly what you did. You basically got thrown into the lion's den in that aspect. Was that intimidating for you? Do you feel like that maybe played a factor in your performance?
No, I don't think the crowd did, or how big the people there. I don't think that played. I think the game plan was. I think I was focusing more on defense and trying not to get hit instead of doing more hitting. Mm-hmm. And I guess with boxing, the only way to win is to hit your opponent as much as you can or as hard as you can. And I guess I didn't do that night.
Mm-hmm. What would you say is? Would you say that you have one particular person that you would want to avenge your loss the most against? Was it safe to say that'd be AJ?
It'll be AJ for a different reason, because he's still the champ and he's unified champ, and to fight him and beat him, it'll be good to be unified champion of the world. But the person I want to avenge the loss to the most is Dillian Whyte, because because it was a good fight, and like I said, he won fair and square on that night. But I believe that I can beat him.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button so you can get notified every time we upload a new video. And we also have a free app available on iTunes and Google Play, so make sure you go and download that. Bye Fight fans.